Wisdom does not come overnight. The heart of the wise man lies quiet like limpid water. Wisdom is like fire. People take it from others. Only a wise person can solve a difficult problem. Knowledge without wisdom is like water in the sand. In the moment of crisis, the wise build bridges, and the foolish build dams. If you are filled with pride, then you will have no room for wisdom. A wise person will always find a way. Nobody is born wise. A man who uses force is afraid of reasoning. Wisdom is not like money to be tied up and hidden. One who causes others misfortune also teaches them wisdom. A fool cannot untie the knot tied by a wise man. Wisdom does not come overnight. One day in the life of a wise man is worth a fool's entire life. To get lost is to learn the way. Other people's wisdom prevents the king from being called a fool. By the time the fool has learned the game, the players have dispersed. If you close your eyes to facts, you will learn through accidents. The wise create proverbs for fools to learn, not to repeat. Just because the lizard nods his head, doesn't mean he's in agreement. A wise man fills his head before emptying his mouth. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Your body is a temple of knowledge. A fool has to say something. A wise person has something to say. The wise man never takes a step too long for his leg. Give advice. If people don't listen, let adversity teach them. A man's ruin lies in his tongue. No man can outwit their ancestors. It is better to live as a lion for one day rather than 100 years as a sheep. When deed speaks, words are nothing. He who does not know one thing knows another. A wise person doesn't fall down the same hill twice. A family is like a forest. When you are outside, it is dense. When you are inside, you see that each tree has its place. A united family eats from the same plate. A family tie is like a tree. It can bend, but it cannot break. If I am in harmony with my family, that's success. Where there are many, nothing goes wrong. A child is what you put into him. When you show the child the moon, it sees only your finger. We desire to bequeath two things to our children. The first one is roots, the other one is wings. A real family eats from the same cornmeal. Even the maid has a family. Don't meddle with a family feud. In a family, if you have somebody who is troublesome, it's the family members who are more worried than the troublesome member. If you educate a man, you educate one person. If you educate a woman, you educate a whole family. A husband with a good wife will never be on the road without supplies. A home without a woman is like a barn without cattle. Parents give birth to the body of their children, but not always to their characters. Every beetle is a gazelle in the eyes of its mother. A mother cannot give birth to something bigger than herself. It takes a village to raise a child. A small house will hold 100 friends. A woman is a flower in a garden. Her husband is the fence around it. The mother hen does not break its own eggs. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Sticks in a bundle are unbreakable. Brothers love each other when they are equally rich. Dine with a stranger, but save your love for your family. There is no fool who is disowned by his family. If relatives help each other, what evil can hurt them? He who earns calamity eats it with his family. The old woman looks after the child to grow its teeth, and the young one in turn looks after the old woman when she loses her teeth. When brothers fight to the death, a stranger inherits their father's estate. Children are the reward of life. Home affairs are not talked about on the public square. A child does not laugh at the ugliness of his mother. Family must look out for family. It is hard to cure madness that originates in the family. When a bitter woman takes over the house, the family she rules is doomed. A rooster is not expected to crow for the whole world. A woman is never old when it comes to the dance she knows. All errors are amendable. Birds sing not because they have answers, but because they have songs. By crawling, a child learns to stand. Discord between the powerful is a fortune for the poor. Ears that do not listen to advice accompany the head when it is chopped off. Even the best dancer on the stage must retire sometime. Family names are like flowers, they blossom in clusters. Fear no forest because it is dense. Gold should be sold to the one who knows the value of it. He who doesn't clean his mouth before breakfast always complains that the food is sour. He who loves the vase loves also what is inside. He who runs after good fortune runs away from peace. If while climbing a tree you insist on going beyond the top, the earth will be waiting for you. If you are filled with pride, then you will have no room for wisdom. If you close your eyes to facts, you will learn through accidents. Milk and honey have different colors, but they share the same house peacefully. No matter how big a child is, he cannot deny that he was once carried on the back of a woman. Nobody is born wise. One who causes others misfortune also teaches them wisdom. Pretend you are dead and you will see who really loves you. Rising early makes the road short. Speak softly and carry a big stick. You will go far. The wise create proverbs for fools to learn, not to repeat. To get lost is to learn the way. What you help a child to love can be more important than what you help him to learn. What you learn is what you die with. When a king reigns, it is thanks to the people. When a river sings, it is thanks to the stones.